You have to put some action behind that. So shout out to me and all the other people who graduated this 2016 graduation season. Shout out to all the prom goers. I've seen so many pictures. Look here. I think the prom it's just a lot. Like, oh, like, I mean, I understand the celebration, but I'm seeing people go far and beyond. Like, they're not going to have other times in their life. So shout out to everybody doing extra for the prom because I was real extra for graduation. So your gangster goddess is so happy to be here to encourage you all to take that next step. Welcome to my Hot Topic show. Today we are going to get into everything that the city, that the world is talking about. We're going to talk a little bit about Freddie Gray. We're going to talk a little bit about bathrooms because who knew that going to the bathroom would be a topic of discussion. But we are here right now in the world, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about the new roots. We're going to talk a little bit about Prince and this tribute that got everybody all in the uproar. So I can't wait to share my views on all of these topics and also to hear some of yours. So remember, call me at 410-702-5657, or you can text at 443-642-9403. This is beexposedradio.com. You can also, I just heard the word on the street, is that if you want to see my face, you can go on the local YouTube because we are live and in full effect, and you can see I'm right. How y'all doing? I'm sorry, I just saw the camera. I'm sitting here. So I am all here. So I'm excited about today's show. So don't go anywhere. It's going to be Hot Topics with the Gangsta Goddess on beexposedradio.com. 410-702-5657. Go ahead and put it in your phone so that you can call me right after this break. Text me 443-642-9403. This is Gangsta Goddess Radio, and we will be right back.
Only in the forest can you see this. And this. And this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
I didn't know it could do that!
Because one trip to the forest can spark a world of difference.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, canoeing, fishing, or camping. Or create your own adventure with family and friends, and you might just see this. Your moment's out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
What are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
Well, what are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. Don't you remember me? Don't you know that we miss you?
Miss me? Who misses me?
You know, all your friends in the forest. The trees, the pond, that little fort that you made out of branches. We all miss you.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
The forest is not that far away. Have an adventure today. I'm sure your mom would take you.
You're right. I should get out. I want to have fun. Play in puddles, catch frogs, and climb trees. Hey, Mom!
Yeah, hon. Steven, what is that in your hand?
It's my sense of adventure, Mom. It's telling me we need to get out of the house and have some fun in nature today.
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to beexposedradio.com. You are listening to beexposedradio.com.
Yes, it is Wednesday, May the 11th.
You are listening to beexposedradio.com.
Okay. We are back. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Tracy Jiggett, y'all. And again, if you go to YouTube, we are streaming live. You can see my face. And they didn't even tell me because I would have beat this face for y'all real quick. I would have done something special, wore a gown or something, let y'all really see what's going on. But we are here, and sometimes you just have to be ready. And they say if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So I stay ready. Yes. Y'all see me? Okay. Enough of that. So we are going to start in with the hot topics. I am very happy to share my views about what I am feeling. And there is a lot going on in the world. So we are going to start with a bit of motivation. Yes. So, and I was going to save this for the next segment, but I'm going to go ahead and let it go now so that I can, because that is my purpose here. You all have to know that my purpose is to inspire you to step outside of your comfort zone and to work with us. So here we go. This is a video that the words, I listen to them often because they have inspired me. So I want to share it with you all today. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Jim Carrey. Shout out Jim Carrey. We're going to try to get him on the show, but he is a phenomenal actor, but he did a commencement speech and the words that he shared, and we're not going to listen to the whole thing, but the words that he shared really put a fire under me. And I want to do the same for you. So before we dive into these hot topics today, I feel that it is appropriate, especially this being the week after my graduation, where I am seeking my goals and searching for my dreams and reaching out to beyond what I know, because I know there is something else out there. So we're going to take a listen. And then we're going to come back and you can let me know how you feel about it. 410-702-5657. We have the words of Jim Carrey, and my engineer is ready. What?
It happens for you. How do I know this? I don't, but I'm making sound, and that's the important thing. That's what I'm here to do. Sometimes I think that's the only thing that's important, really. You know, it's just letting each other know we're here, reminding each other that we're part of a larger self. I used to think Jim Carrey is all that I was, just a flickering light, a dancing shadow, the great nothing masquerading as something you can name, seeking shelter in caves and foxholes dug out hastily, an archer searching for his target in the mirror, wounded only by my own arrows, begging to be enslaved, pleading for my chains, blinded by longing and tripping over paradise. Now, fear is going to be a player in your life, but you get to decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here, and the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear. So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect, so we never dare to ask the universe for it. I'm saying I'm the proof that you can ask the universe for it. Please. And if it doesn't happen for you right away, it's only because the universe is so busy fulfilling my order. Party size! My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love. How will you serve the world? What do they need that your talent can provide? That's all you have to figure out. As someone who's done what you're about to go and do, I can tell you from experience, the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Because everything you gain in life will rot and fall apart, and all that will be left of you is what was in your heart. Dream up a good life. I had a substitute teacher from Ireland in the 2nd grade that told my class during morning prayer that when she wants something, anything at all, she prays for it and promises something in return, and she always gets what she wants. Well, I'm sitting at the back of the classroom, thinking, wow, my family can't afford a bike, So I went home and I prayed for one. And I promised I would recite the rosary every night in exchange. Broke that promise. But 2 weeks later, I got home from school to find a brand new Mustang bike with a banana seat and Easy Rider handlebars. Yeah. From fool to cool. My family informed me that I had won the bike in a raffle that a friend of mine had entered my name in without my knowledge whatsoever. So that type of thing has been happening to me ever since. As far as I can tell, it's just about letting the universe know what you want and working toward it while letting go of how it comes to pass.
I hope that blessed you the way it blessed me. And everything he said, the most important part is asking for it and not being worried about how it comes to pass. For so long, I have been scared to ask for what I wanted. And that's the craziest thing to me. Like, why be frightened to ask? But you know what? That fear is that we may get it. And we have to step outside of that, especially my Black women. We have to step forward and we have to put out in the universe exactly what we want. Jim Carrey not only said ask the universe, but he said you can fail at what you don't want to do. So you out here working a job, you out here trying and still can be fired. And still sit miserable, like, how can that happen? And that's not even what you wanted in the first place. But we put ourselves through that. We do that for some reason. And my purpose and hopefully my effect on you and on the world is to encourage you to change that. People, we have to do better. We are sitting in miserable lives. We are doing the same thing day to day, about to go crazy, but we don't change and we don't ask for what we want and we don't go for it like it's already ours. It is already yours. That's what I'm here to tell you today. So you have to dream up a good life. When I first heard that, I was like, oh my goodness, Jim Carrey is blessing my life. He done just got all up in there. I had no idea that the word of the day would come from him. But I have to listen to that often. And inspiration, they say, is like bathing. You have to do it every day. You have to continue to encourage yourself. So go find it. It's on YouTube there for everybody. And while you're on YouTube, go ahead and type in Be Exposed Radio so you can see me live and in full effect. I'm doing all Baltimore neck rolls or whatever. I'm in here giving it to y'all. Technology is something. Shout out to technology. But I need y'all to ask the universe. I need y'all to ask the universe. And that is what I am doing. Earlier today, I was working on a new vision board and putting it out there, saying the words, but also being open to the path that leads me there. So I can't say I want to get there and it's going to go like this, because all of that will change. But will not change is your purpose and your reason for stepping out. And be open to the journey, because the journey is where the lessons are learned. the journey is where you get your blessing. So be all about that journey. Be all about dreaming up the life you want. Go big. Go ahead and go big. That's what I'm here to say. So, graduation, what? I did it. I'm ready to move on. And I have already asked the universe for what I want next. And I'm ready to receive it. And I'm open to whatever path will guide me to that place. And I hope you all are with me. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness, I am blessed to have a guest in the studio. The host, creator of Talk Lately with Monty. Yes, we are here in the studio on BeExposedRadio.com. Monty, you want to say hi?
Hello.
Oh, that was beautiful. Y'all wasn't even ready for that. All that. Hello. So today, hot topics. Enough of that inspirational stuff, y'all. I hope y'all had your fill, but we're gonna go into these hot topics real quick. So the first hot topic, because we are here in Baltimore, we are in the city of the big unrest that was a year ago, and everybody's waiting like, is the riot coming? Is the riot coming? Well, first of all, it's raining.
Right.
So I don't think they was going to go out there in the rain and do a whole bunch of stuff. If it was nice outside, you think they'd be cutting the fool?
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. Well, I heard no rain on Wednesday. So maybe on Wednesday, maybe we'll have an unrest meeting.
It's supposed to be nice and warm.
Okay, yeah. So maybe that's no. It's not. Look here, people. The news, the media, of course, they are itching for something to happen. They are just, oh my goodness. And I just look at them and I laugh, like, but I understand that that's their livelihood. So they want something to pop off so that they can seem important.
Exactly.
And it's really sad because, again, the people who were hurt most and still hurting, they are also the pawns. It's like a big game.
This isn't the one anyway. This he wasn't the one that you should have been mad at.
The bike officer.
Right. He's the one with the misdemeanors.
Okay.
He was the one with the felony.
Wow. Okay.
That's the one that they blame everything on. And that's Goodson, Officer Goodson.
So
he's the big honcho, basically, in the whole entire thing. If he doesn't get convicted, then you have a problem.
Okay. So then the people are going to be in an uproar.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching. Well,
Not
first,
that I want that.
No. Well, look.
He's the one with the most.
On his
crimes.
Shoulders, he did the most.
With the lengthy crime,
Mm-hmm.
His charges are lengthy.
Okay.
And add up to the most years.
Wow.
So he's the one that's next.
His trial is next. Okay. Well, Baltimore, we are definitely going to keep you posted. But if you don't know the officer, you remember his name?
Nero,
Nero.
Mm-hmm.
He was found not guilty today. It was a judge. He did not have a jury trial.
Right. On all 4 counts.
All 4 counts.
Because they couldn't find a reason to say that he had any contact with Freddie Gray.
And they also argued that he didn't get the rule that people had to be seat belted.
But he was also not the van driver. So
okay. So
that's what I was saying with Officer Goodson. He was the van driver. He was responsible for who he was transporting.
Mm-hmm.
Nero was the officer on the scene.
Because he was on the bike and they told him to go get him.
Right.
And he rode his bike.
Yeah. They actually told him to go get his bike.
Wow.
So he had to go. I don't know.
Well, he is not guilty.
When they came up with these charges, I think a little bit more investigation had been done, because this now was a waste of time and money and effort to go through all this for the judge, not even a jury. This wasn't even a vindication from his peers.
And this is a city that's already broke. Look here. We will be right back. Please don't go anywhere. Gangsta Goddess Radio on BeExposedRadio.com.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know you're probably just a little bit nervous.
You can find it in yourself. to take that first step. You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education, brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but
so
believe
what
me,
other types of things do you
Learn
do
more
with
at
the youth? Do you tell your story? Do you go to different places and talk and work with youth and, talk about your transition?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh, man. It's good to be back. What's up, y'all? This is your host of Weird Radio, where everybody is really dope. This is Kenyon Parson.
Only in the forest can you see this. And this. And this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
I didn't know it could do that!
Because one trip to the forest can spark a world of difference.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, canoeing, fishing, or camping. Or create your own adventure with family and friends, and you might just see this. Your moment's out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
What are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
Well, what are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. Don't you remember me? Don't you know that we miss you?
Miss me? Who misses me?
You know, all your friends in the forest. The trees, the pond, that little fort that you made out of branches. We all miss you.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
The forest is not that far away. Have an adventure today. I'm sure your mom would take you.
You're right. I should get out. I want to have fun. Play in puddles, catch frogs, and climb trees. Hey, Mom!
Yeah, hon. Steven, what is that in your hand?
It's my sense of adventure, Mom. It's telling me we need to get out of the house and have some fun in nature today.
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we are back. Welcome back to Gangsta Goddess Radio. Shout out to Troy Burton. Hi, Troy. And the UB Blake National Jazz Institute and Cultural Center, where art lives, people. Go check them out. If you are not familiar with the UB Blake Center, you are sleeping. We are in the heart of Baltimore, and we are doing big things. So I need you to get your life together and support the UB Blake National Jazz Institute and Cultural Center. What I am streaming live on the local YouTube, Gangsta Goddess Radio, is so simple just to go ahead and click so you can join me in all the fun and see my smile and see my face or whatever. So this is Hot Topics Monday. We are popping off with all of the things that people are talking about, not only in Baltimore, but all over the world. So we had a little bit of time to discuss the recent verdict and one of the officers charged in the Freddie Gray case, and he was found not guilty. And we were discussing the media all excited and ready for a riot. They ready for Baltimore to show off. Look here, I want Baltimore to show off, and I feel like their anger comes from a real place. So I was not one of the people who were, oh my goodness, they rioting, oh my goodness, because I understand. I do. I understand. At the same time, we do need to work towards solutions. And if we are waiting for the court system to hand us those solutions, we are sadly mistaken because it was never put in place for us in the first place. So let's get that straight. But Nero was found not guilty today, but Officer Goodson's trial is the next trial up. So we're going to keep our ear to the grind and see what's going on. But just be safe, Baltimore. But I knew they wasn't going to be riding in no rain. It wasn't that serious. So we are there in our next hot topic, and I'm so interested to hear Monty's opinion, his view. Can we talk a little bit about the pastor Jamal Bryant?
What about him?
Can we talk? You know, recently he is in the news because he is apparently, allegedly,
another baby.
Yes, yes, he has fathered another child.
He's not married right now, so.
Well, I think that, and that's very interesting. He's not married right now, so you're saying why should we even care?
Yeah.
Well, I think the people are upset because when you use the term, he's a pastor, he's a leader. Apparently, he
ain't a nun.
No, he's not a nun, and he told this woman not to have the baby. I think what the scandal.
Like I know, just trying to tell you right now because he might be a little bit.
Don't tell all the secrets. But he apparently the scandal comes from the type of relationship he had with this woman.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, she was hired to be a masseuse. For one of the churches, and I'm not even sure where the church is, but I didn't know that churches even had masseuse on the payroll, so that was very interesting.
It depends on what kind of, whether it was like for retreats.
Okay.
Like
so they can, you think that's a...
I don't know why their job is so strenuous, but that they need to get massages like that, but he does have a very big church.
So running that, you may need to relax. And apparently he started to have a sexual... Maybe she's
not on like payroll, but on retainer.
Okay. So she's a contractor when you use my services.
We call you whenever we need you to come in and make us feel good. It just so happens that his had a happy ending. Now that's wrong.
Now see, but that's what they were saying happened. And out of that happy ending...
prostitution.
Oh, don't...
It's getting paid for a sexual favor.
Prostitution, ladies and gentlemen. So he fell in the trap,
right,
and got all excited. And out of this excitement,
he probably wasn't even aware that it was prostitution. But when she finished and her paycheck hit her bank account, because if she was on direct deposit, she got it.
I know that's right.
That made her a prostitute.
Well,
which then made that illegal. And they would, now that we're talking about it, they might be investigating as we speak.
Well, if they are investigating, the church folks and the black folks, they all in arms. Like this man. Now, first of all,
the thing is, are they going to stop paying their tithes on Sunday?
Well, no, because I was going to say the people who are members of his church, you know.
Because that makes you hypocritical just as much.
Well, I think the people who are members of his church are ride or die. They are really like past the
right.
And they'll say he's human. He will. So I think the people who are around him are ride or die. She was.
She wasn't.
No, she got out.
She went to Potomac.
She said goodbye, and I'm gonna get me a show.
Exactly.
All for you,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna live.
Never coming back to this church again because y'all full of it.
This is not the place for me. So, but my question, number one, is why are the people so angry? And I think it's because, and it's the same thing that we put on the officers, or once you
hold
become
them to a different standard.
Exactly. So is he failing us? Like, he's not failing me because I never expected anything more of him.
Right. He's not failing me because he's not my pastor. And I guess I'm looking at it in a way that he's like any other street Reagan.
You are something
like,
else.
I mean, he claims that he's from the street.
Yes.
This is probably what he grew up around. Promiscuity.
Promiscuity. That's a song. Okay.
And, I mean, just because he changed his life and gave his life over to Jesus and God doesn't mean that he's still not, he lost
he's not himself.
Humanity.
He's still,
It
yes.
doesn't mean that he lost his humanity.
And
He's
if you
still a
was
human.
chasing it before, you're going to keep chasing it. And if one thing we know about this man, he going to chase it.
Ex-wife,
and he
she'll
catches
tell
it.
you.
He gets it.
His ex-wife will tell you.
That's, and I saw like one episode of Potomac and I was pretty much over it. But I heard he actually even came on that show.
Yeah, once.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
He was like at the house and something, picking up the kids.
Because they got the twins.
Right.
Okay.
They
Well,
got like 3 kids, I think.
3?
It's like 3 of them. Maybe
he
they
be
was
getting it
twins, but they just
in.
kept leaving out the room and coming back in. I don't know.
Well, I say, Jamal, look, as long as you are open and honest with your congregation and they are the people that hold you accountable, I feel like it's a little bit too much. You always in something. And that's just my opinions. But you go get your life. And as long as you have your people behind you, look, anything is possible. That's what I say. So Jamal Brown is out here getting his entire life.
I mean, more power to him.
And he don't have to answer to me.
Hey, he got to keep his line going.
And the people are lining up. So God bless him. But he is a preacher man. He is a preacher. Now he has a gift. And that's another thing. Like, he was blessed with this gift. And he's able to inspire. And I like some of his ideas. But then at the end of the day,
if he was still trying to run for congressman, this would have just screwed his whole entire plan up.
Yep.
Because they would have been like, okay, now at looking at it that way, if he was still running for Congress, that would have just messed his whole entire thing up, because they would have been like, well, you're a pastor, so we're supposed to be looking at America is supposed to be looking at you in this light, and here you are seating, throwing your seed around.
Seating. Did you say he was seating? Oh, bless it. He was seating. So maybe that's why he dropped out.
I'm glad he dropped out because he wasn't getting my vote.
Well, no, he wasn't going to get my vote.
I know too much.
But now, see, I don't know nothing, but I know enough to know that I follow my heart. And my heart does not say go forth with Jamal, but God bless him and the people who follow him, because I'm not mad at him. And I have listened to a sermon or two, and I just shouted a little bit. Preach, black man. That's what they say. Oh, okay. I can't. Y'all, money is... He about to break into some old Negro spiritual. So we're going to move on to our next hot topic before we get into our break. So let's talk about the the transgender bathroom fiasco.
Which fiasco was this?
Well, what's happening is the people are in an uproar again, specifically at Target. They're real mad at Target for having the transgender restrooms. And everybody's
the
scared.
open restroom.
Yes, the open restrooms. And everybody's scared that, and they're saying, oh my goodness, the children are in danger and they're going to be assaulted in the bathroom. And all of this is going to happen. And this is the breakdown of society. What do you think?
Okay, I mean, like, what children are they talking about? Like, go in the bathroom with your child then.
Thank you.
I mean, if that's how first of all, go home and go to the bathroom then. Let's start there. I don't know why y'all want to go into the nasty Target bathroom in the damn first place.
Everybody mad at Target.
I'm not mad at Target. I'm mad at Target because they took my credit card data and almost got me locked up.
Now that's the problem. That's the problem right there. Worry about that. But the whole thing revolves around the children are going to be under attack. And my first statement, when I first heard about this, because President Obama sent the letter out to all the schools that they were
going to lose their governmental funding.
Yes, if they did not.
Right.
But the issue with me is we automatically connect anything, whether it's homosexual, whether it's transgender, automatically with pedophilia, like they come together, like it's a package deal.
That's not the same thing.
It's not anywhere near the same thing.
But look at where those people, where their minds went.
Yeah.
To the gutter, dirty, nasty, filthy imagery of somebody taking advantage of their child. That's your filthy, that's your own filthy mind thinking that way.
That's right.
No one taught you that. That's where your head went.
Immediately. You think that? Yeah.
That somebody was going to take advantage of your child. That's immediately where you went, and you need to seek help. You need some help.
I agree. It's a sad thing that's the first thing you think, and like you said, you can eliminate that by actually going with your child.
These are the Christians.
Yes.
That immediately went there.
And I think
these are people we have the problem with. Understand that. Get into the deep part of it, because it's usually the pastors and the nasty ass church folk that are always caught into this,
they are
the kids and the fathers and
well, I read something today, and someone put up on Facebook that there have been over 3,000 cases of childhood sexual assault within the church.
Catholic Church.
Yes, the Catholic Church, the Baptist Church, it's all of them in there.
Right.
But you choose to get upset about, you choose to get upset about the Target bathroom. And that's where you feel like your energy needs to be pulled.
How about y'all put the bathrooms back outside?
Y'all
want to go to the outhouse? Let's go back to the outhouse. Only one person can fit in there. Okay? If one person can get in the bathroom, you don't got to worry about pedophilia.
Build you an
I bet you no one will go to the bathroom outside, though.
No, they wouldn't, because they're going to have every excuse in the world. So I feel sorry for people who are so set in their ways that they can't wrap their mind around this. Right. And because the bathrooms are open, it's everything that's been happening. It's already been
really open. It's just that anybody can go in there. There's still stalls. The stalls still have locks on them. It's not like we just like open. It's like an open bathroom. Like toilets don't have walls.
So they are doing the most. Is what would our conclusion?
I mean, there's just going to be urinals and toilets all in one bathroom, I guess.
Like that. What was that show?
I don't understand that though. I don't think that is right though. Like you go up to a urinal and then a woman comes in and she just goes to the sink and wash her hand while you with your wiener out.
Like what?
I think it should just be a whole bunch of stalls.
Okay.
That way everybody can have their privacy and do what they got to do, then get out the bathroom. All you need to do in that open part of the bathroom area is wash your nasty hands, which a lot of y'all don't do.
And they the ones that's mad that don't even wash their hands.
Right. That's the same thing. Let me tell you something real quick, right?
Take your time.
It's gonna be horrible. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
So
because
he about to give us. Oh, I'm worried.
I'm gonna say I'd rather that lady right there touch me versus you not touching me without washing your nasty hands.
You say make it happen. Look here, people. Wash your hands. Right. That's the more of the story. Wash your hands. Gosh. Don't worry about who's going to the bathroom.
Don't exactly worry about who's taking care of their hygiene when they're finished going to
and
the
stop
bathroom.
shaking people's hands.
Maybe we won't
and
have the Zika virus on its way.
Is that where the Zika come from?
Right. The mosquitoes suck the blood out that somebody who didn't wash their hands arm, and now everybody's getting it.
Everybody's getting it. That is
if you got it unless you pee in a cup.
This is a lot. Okay. So
listen to that. Get that though.
Get that.
They only can tell you have the Zika if you still have the strain of the Zika virus through your urine. So how did it get in the urine? Because you did not wash your hands after you finished urinating.
And you passing it to everybody.
The mosquito then carried your germs from your urine to you. And then you have the Zika virus
Lord
in your
have
urine.
Mercy. It's a lot of craziness going on.
I ain't no
people.
scientist, but I know I can follow.
You heard it here first. Look, wash your hands so we can get rid of this Zika virus. Don't worry about who's in the bathroom with you. That's your gangster goddess-ism for the day. Just go to the bathroom and get out.
So you got hepatitis C.
You're not in there to mingle. You're not in there to get to know somebody better.
Right.
Get
The
out.
only people that do that is females. Y'all mingle in the bathroom. Talking about putting y'all makeup on. Y'all better do that before y'all get there. Why would y'all want to put your makeup on right at the germy sink?
The ladies go in there and they have a meeting.
Right.
They want to talk about it. They want to know who doing what. But I say, please don't make an issue out of something. They are making a fool of you.
Yes.
And everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. Meanwhile, the real pedophiles is sitting back laughing.
You know what? Here's a funny story. Somebody asked me, y'all got a break? Okay. I'll wait. I'll tell you when it comes in.
Okay, well, we got to look. Y'all better come back for this funny story from Monty because I am here for it. He is the host of Talk Lately here on BeExposedRadio.com. Let me tell y'all that we have an open house coming up on Saturday, June the 11th. From 12 to 5 p.m. There is even an after party. So I need y'all to be here. Our open house is about coming out, networking, and sharing your gift. This is Gangsta Goddess Radio. We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, it's Monty, the executive producer here at BeExposedRadio.com, and I'm here to talk about my show. I know, how selfish, right? Talk Lately with me, Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So what do we talk about on this show? I can tell you this, there has never been a show that I have gotten completely through the full agenda because our topics, our conversations are just that damn good. I cover politics, gossip, entertainment, and hey, I love a good panel discussion. Hey, get a group of people in here and let us debate it out. That is the best thing in the world. Not to mention, I take calls and texts, and I'll debate with you too. So why don't you get involved and be heard? What's that old adage? Closed mouths don't get fed. That says it all. So join me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Call me at 410-702-5657. You can text at 443-642-9403. And don't forget to be heard and vote in our weekly poll right on the website.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
I don't like stuff in my mouth. It's after what you was talking about.
It's in this commercial closing.
No, seriously, I don't. I'm a germaphobe. Everything on your body is dirty.
Everything.
So I'm damn sure I ain't gonna put it in my mouth. That's probably why I'm single. Thank you.
Is there lies? But
somebody slapped me on my face with one before. I had to get up and go wash my face. That was done. I said, how dare you? You filthy ass animal. Get the hell out of my house. It was a problem. Because it's like, clearly, you don't remember when I met you, I checked your teeth to make sure you had them all. Because that's a problem for me too, your dental hygiene. Because if you're missing a tooth in the front, that means you don't brush your teeth at all. I'm sorry. And I know Jabro just had that tooth missing and all, but if I would have met him on the road and, he would have been trying to out him and what's going on? At least you could have did was break a Tic Tac in half and put it up there when you met me. You just can't be coming to me with no sharp teeth. It's not okay.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, world. You are back. Gangsta Goddess Radio on BeExposedRadio.com, 410-702-5657, or you can text us at 443-642-9403. We are live in the studio. Our guest today is Monty from Talk Lately. His show airs on, tell the people about your show.
Oh, it airs on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'm 2 hours now.
Uh-oh.
It's a show about everything and everybody. I talk about people. I'm going to talk more about Officer Nero tomorrow and Officer Goodson. I'm going to talk about something really, really good. I have we're a topical show, so I usually pick out like 5 good topics and run away with it. That was when my show was an hour, so it'd probably be about 6 or 7 good topics and run away with it. Then we have guests that come on. You know, I don't like invite people over, so you'll never know who's coming on in advance. I like for people to pop in and just stop by and talk and chit chat.
Yes.
And we take calls, the phone lines open promptly at 7, and text messages and Facebook Lives and stuff. You'll be directly looking at me. So like the Facebook Live is like sitting right here and you're looking directly at me.
Keep it real.
And I'll be chit-chatting with you as you post your comments and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's Talk Lately on Tuesdays, 7 to 9, BeExposedRadio.com. And you're going to be on camera tomorrow?
I'm going to be on camera.
Yes,
on YouTube
live.
and Facebook. You know, it's all ran by this control room back here.
Streaming live. What? We doing big things. So if you missed our hot topics, we had our Jamal Bryant discussion. We had our bathroom Target transgender discussion. We did definitely talk about Freddie Gray and the not guilty verdict. And I want to talk about why in the hell did somebody say, you know what? I want to do Roots again. Why did somebody say that in real life? What is going on in this world? We live in a world of remakes right now.
Right, but it's also because everything is so racially sensitive today.
Okay.
Where it wasn't so racially sensitive in like 2014. 13. It was sensitive, but it wasn't like today.
Yes.
Like, everything is about race today. And it's so sad to me that it is. Because I used to always tell people, I'm not talking about that because I don't believe in what you're talking about. But now today, it's taken to another level.
Where you have to talk about it. Because there is...
Just like when we were on your show the other week. And y'all were talking about... Black culture or whatever it was.
Exactly. Well, we were talking about helping, and we're going to need people to stand up and be a part of their community. And you were saying that you wasn't marching for nobody.
I'm not busy.
Money is busy. Best believe I'm going to be out there making some noise.
It also because my family is so racially mixed.
Okay.
I don't want to take sides. Like I've never been like racially profiled, racially degraded, or anything like that. So, and I've made my way.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's not that somebody else did not go through that struggle. I'm not trying to denounce anybody's struggle.
Oh no.
But I didn't feel it. That's what I was trying to get.
And we have to understand that people are a product of their environment, and some people grew up with that over their heads.
Right.
So if you grew up that way, of course you're going to have a whole different perspective. And I grew up seeing people go through that, and I grew up being a part of recognizing what has happened to Black people since the beginning of this thing called America, since this first started, and our history here is rooted in pain, honestly.
It's so interesting though when you say that though, because I like being, that I host the Talk Lately show, I like to watch dissect and matriculate.
We matriculate
to things that I see in the culture, in real life and stuff like that. Like when you go to social services is typically ran by a whole host of Black people. And then there's a whole bunch of Black people in the audience. It's not what people think it is and portray it is, that the white people are holding you down, because you are talking to your peers, because you are the one sitting in the audience talking about she always got an attitude, she's getting smart and all this stuff. But you're talking to somebody that's the same color as you. So that's not being racially held back. So what are you talking about exactly?
Well, I'm going to say that because we started this discussion because I wanted to know why the hell they bringing Roots back. That was the whole start of this. But I will say this to you. The Black people, the people of color who are working in the office, they are under the same oppressed thumb because they're not in charge of whether or not you get it or not. They answer to someone higher than them. So they answer to the government, they answer to the elected officials, and they generally don't reflect you or your cause. So this woman standing in front of me, she's taking orders from the master, so to speak.
I think you're talking about whether it's in a whole.
Yes.
Because typically when eligibility comes up, you're either eligible or you're not right there at that desk.
Exactly. So it has nothing to do with her. Yeah. So she's not the one putting the rules in place.
No, right.
She's working just like you are trying to. And when I go to social services, when you go to the local one on Ricestown Road, it's full of the whites.
Oppressing? Is it racially oppressing? Because there are white people in there too. It's just less of them than you.
Yes. So I don't think that's when people say the racial oppression, I don't think they're speaking directly to that person behind the counter. It's the person that makes the rules that person has to crack the whip on, and then they're going to give you attitude, because it's just like the people try to they would say somebody try to rob the store and you don't give up the money like it's yours, like you gonna fight. No, it's not my battle in real life. I'm just working here. They just put me here at this time. Look here, this has been an awesome discussion. Thank you all for joining us on Gangsta Goddess Radio, BeExposedRadio.com. This is Tracy Jiggett saying I love you. See you next week.
Dang, that went fast.
Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.